So let us now continue on with our discussion regarding sa resultant of force systems as well as moment of a force. So kung titingnan natin yung problem statement natin, itong problem na to is all about on how to create the necessary or create moment summation sa iba-ibang locations. So basahin ko lang yung problem statement. The three forces shown are required to cause a horizontal resultant acting through point A. Supposedly, kung yung value daw ng F natin is equivalent to 316 pounds, let us find the values of both P and then T respectively. So, tingnan natin. So, lumalabas ngayon, ano ba itong three forces natin? Three forces. So, three forces, yung given, 316 pounds, yung unknown natin, which is P, and then the second unknown, which is T, yun yung tatlong forces natin. However, hindi lamang pala lumalabas na isa, dalawa yung unknown forces natin, kundi meron pa tayong isang unknown dito. So, ito pa yung isang unknown natin. We have here a horizontal resultant acting through point A. So, say, ganito siya. Meron pa tayo ditong isang value ng resultant natin, which is going towards the direction of A, going to the right. Or, isa pang possibility is yung resultant natin is still going through point A pero going to the left naman. Yan. So in this case, lumalabas na dalawa yung, hindi lamang dalawa unknowns natin, kundi you have 1, you have 2, and then you have 3. So tatlo yung unknowns natin dito. So paano ba natin sasagutan tong problem na to? So again, first thing that you have to do is to break down all inclined forces in terms of their x and y components of a force. So, breakdown natin. So, kung ito is 316 pound, 316 pounds, ito is labeled as 316 of y. Ito naman is to be labeled as 316 of x. Kung ito is P, ito is labeled as P of Y. Ito naman is labeled as P of X. So, kung ito naman is T, it is labeled as T of X as well as labeled as T of Y. So, ayan. So, after natin ma-breakdown yung mga inclined forces in terms of their X as well as Y components, ano yung susunod nating step? So, susunod nating step is ganito. Lumalabas na since meron tayong X as well as Y, kinakailangan meron tayong mga necessary angles. So, kung titignan natin yung corresponding configuration, wala tayong makikitang angle. However, meron tayong makikita mga right triangles. So, ito yung right triangle niya para dito sa 316 na pounds. So, kung lilabel natin yung corresponding dimension niya, so ito, measurement is 1. Ito, saka ito, ang measurement naman niya is you have 3. So, 1 square is 1, 3 square is 9, 9 plus 1, you have square root of 10. Yan. Then, on the other hand, lumalabas, tingnan natin yung right triangle para dito. Yan. So, ito yung right triangle para dito. So, mula dito hanggang dito, ang dimension niya is 1. Then, magmula dito hanggang dito, ang measurement niya is you have 2. 2 square is 4. 1 square is 1. 4 plus 1, you have square root of 5. Yan. Then, last one is yung right triangle natin dito sa side na to. So, magmula dito hanggang dito, meron tayong makikitang right triangle. So, basahin natin right triangle. So, magmula dito hanggang dito, ang dimension is you have 2. Magmula dito, dito, ang dimension naman niya is 3. So, 2 square is 4. 3 square is you have 9. 9 plus 4. So, hypotenuse side niya is you have square root of 13. Yan. So, after natin yung makita yung mga right triangles, list down na natin yung mga corresponding formulas. So, tingnan natin. So, since meron dito yung resultant, ano ba yung formula ng resultant? Resultant is square root na summation forces of x square plus summation forces of y square. So, kunin natin yung corresponding value para magamit natin itong formula ng resultant. Kinakailangan mag-take tayo ng summation forces of x as well as summation forces of y. So, assess natin yung current standing ng problem natin. So, lumalabas ngayon dito na meron tayong P of x, meron tayong T of x, as well as 3, 1, 6 of x. So, kung gagamitin natin yung summation forces of x, lumalabas, tatlo yung lalabas, 3, 1, 6 of x, P of x, saka T of x. Ngayon, yung P of x, saka T of x, dalawa yun, sila ay sa unknown. So, meaning say, pag tayo nag-create na summation forces of x, dalawa yung lalabas na unknown. So, basically, hindi natin pwedeng gamitin yung formula nito. Yan. Kasi dalawa unknown natin. So, kung i-assess naman natin yung summation forces of y, lumalabas P of y, T of y, then you have 3, 1, 6 of y. So, again, lumalabas, tatlo yung lalabas, magre-reflect. So, isang given, which is 3, 1, 6 of y, and then dalawang unknown, which is T of x as well as P of y. So, again, basically, hindi natin pwedeng gamitin itong formula nito kasi basically, lumalabas na dalawang unknown natin. So, kung dalawang unknown natin, hindi natin siya pwedeng gamitin. So, tanggalin natin siya. So, kung hindi pwedeng gamitin yung summation forces of x, summation forces of y, hindi natin pwedeng kuhanin yung value ng resultant using this particular formula. Yan. So, hindi natin pwedeng gamitin yung formula nito. So, kung hindi natin pwedeng gamitin yung formula nito, anong formula pwedeng natin gamitin? So, i-resolve natin yung problem nito by means of using yung moment summation. Balik muna natin. So, yan. So, ang mangyari nito is, dito tayo mauwi sa formula nito. So, formula natin na gagamitin is moment summation. Ngayon, ang tanong would be, saan tayo o ilan ba yung possible locations kung saan pwede tayo mag-generate ng ating moment summation? So, yung possible locations kung saan tayo pwede mag-generate ng ating moment summation is via doon sa possible locations. So, as indicated by the letters. So, meron tayo dito location at A, location at B, location C, location at D, as well as location at E. So, magmo-moment tayo kung saan lumalabas na 5 yung possible locations. A, you have B, you have C, you have D, you have E. Yan. Ngayon, para ma-identify natin kung ano ba moment summation na mauna, hanapin muna natin o evaluate natin current configuration kung ilan ba yung mga available forces. So, ano na ba mga available forces? So, ito yung mga available forces natin. So, available forces natin, you have (3, 1, 6) of x. Then, you have 3, 1, 6 of y. And then, meron tayo ditong P of x. You have P of y. You have T of x. You have T of y. And finally, yung tinutukoy nating resultant. Ayan. So, di may location. So, lagay natin moment summation at A. So, ulit-ulitin lang natin. Moment summation at B. Again, available forces. 316 of x, 316 of y, p of x, p of y, t of x, t of y. Bali ng resultant, moment summation at C, 316 of x, 316 of y, p of x, p of y, t of x, t of y. Bali ng resultant, moment summation at D, 316 of x, 316 of y, p of x, p of y, t of x, t of y, then resultant. So, ayan. So, last one is moment summation at E, 316 of x, 316 of y, p of x, p of y, t of x, t of y, as well as bali ng resultant. So, ayan. So, unahin muna natin moment summation at E. So, ayos lang natin yung figure para hindi masyadong compressed. So, unahin muna natin yung moment summation at E. So, with moment summation at E, tingnan natin kung ano na ba yung mga forces na i-consider natin. So, since dito sa may E, meron tayo ditong 316 of x as well as 316 of y. Sa concept ng moment summation, kapag meron tayong force na mismo nando sa location na yon, it has zero perpendicular distance. So, meaning, hindi siya magiging part ng ating moment summation. So, meaning, lumalabas na hindi mawawala ngayon yung 316 of x, 316 of y. So, mawala yung 316 of x, 316 of y. Ayan. So, titingnan natin. P of x, lalabas naman yung P of x. Extend tayo ng line. Ito yung perpendicular distance. So, magpapakita ngayon si P of x. Ngayon, magpapakita ba si P of y? Extend tayo ng line. Project tayo ng line dito. So, meron siyang perpendicular distance. So, again, magpapakita si P of y. Then, tingnan natin kung magpapakita si T of x. Extend tayo ng line dito. So, ito yung P of x. Project tayo ng line. Counted pa rin si T of x. So, magpapakita si T of x. Then, tingnan natin si T of y. Extend tayo ng line. Project tayo ng line across. So, meron siyang perpendicular distance. So, magpapakita at magpapakita rin si T of y. Yan. So, another one would be ito. So, si resultant. So, resultant natin is somewhere along dito sa line na to. So, lumalabas ngayon. Ito yung resultant. So, meron siyang perpendicular distance. Magpapakita at magpapakita pa rin yung resultant natin. So, papakita si resultant. So, ayan. Yun ay kung tayo man ay magtitik na moment summation at E. So, ibahin naman natin yung concept. So, instead na tayo mag-moment summation at E, try naman natin mag-tik na moment summation sa may D. So, kompletuhin lang natin yung figure. Ayan. So, moment summation at D naman tayo. With moment summation at D, which is ito, technically, Since meron tayong P of X as well as P of Y dito sa may D, lumalabas 0 perpendicular distance. So, meaning say, yung P of X at P of Y na yan, mawawala siya. So, P of X as well as P of Y, mawawala. Ayan. Then, kung titingnan natin, yung T of X naman natin, basically is, andito siya. So, meaning, mawawala din si T of X. Ayan. So, tingnan natin kung magpapakita ba si 316 of X. So, nag-moment summation tayo at D. So, 316 of X, ito siya. Project yung line across, meron siyang perpendicular distance. So, meaning to say, magpapakita din si 316 of X. Then, tingnan natin yung 316 of Y. So, 316 of Y, lumalabas, ito siya, drag yung line. Project yung line, ito yung perpendicular distance. So, magpapakita rin si 316 of Y. Ayan. Then, tingnan natin si T of Y. T of Y, ito siya. So, meaning, meron siyang perpendicular distance. So, sabihin, magpapakita rin si T of Y. So, last one is si resultant. So, resultant natin is nandito. Ayan. So, yung resultant natin, merong perpendicular distance, meaning, magpapakita din yung resultant natin. Ayan. So, with moment summation at D, lumalabas, ito yung makikita natin. Ayan. So, linisin natin yung magulong figure natin. Ayos lang natin. P of Y, P of X, 316 of X, T of Y, T of X. Then, provide na lang tayo ng shaded portion dito. Ayan. So, tayo naman ay mag-create na moment summation dito naman sa may C. Ayan. So, pag tayo naman ay nag-create ng moment summation at C, kung ano may force na makikita natin dito sa may C na to, wala. Because, even though meron siyang pwersa, wala naman siyang perpendicular distance mula sa sarili niya. So, in this case, lumalabas, mawawala si T of X, mawawala si T of Y, and then, mawawala din si P of X. So, tingnan natin kung magpapakita ba yung natitirang 4. So, unahin muna natin 316 of X. So, since meron siyang perpendicular distance, makikita natin si 316 of X. Ayan. So, tingnan natin si 316 of Y. Drag tayo ng line. Project tayo ng line. Merong perpendicular distance. So, makikita pa rin natin si 316 of Y. Ayan. Then, tingnan natin kung makikita natin si P of Y. P of Y, ito siya. Project yung line. So, since meron siyang perpendicular distance, magpapakita din siya. So, last one is yung resultant. So, ito yung resultant natin. So, since meron siyang perpendicular distance, magpapakita din yung tinutukoy nating resultant. Ayan. So, pag kayo ay nag-create ng moment summation at C, ito yung makikita ko magre-reflect. Yan. So, instead na mag-moment summation at B muna, ang gawin ko is tatalon tayo. Moment summation at A. So, linisin natin yung figure. So, ayos lang natin yung figure natin. P of y, P of x, P of y, P of x, 316 of x. Yan. So, ayos lang natin yung figure. So, in this case, tayo naman ay magtitake na moment summation sa may A. Yan. So, with moment summation at A, tingnan natin kung ano ang mawawala. So, first things first, kung titingnan natin, with moment summation at A, nandito yung resultant. So, meaning say, mawawala si resultant. Dahil nandun siya, wala siyang perpendicular distance. So, mawala siya. Yan. Yan. Then, tingnan natin kung sino pa mawawala. So, 316 of x, kung titingnan natin, 316 of x, extend tayo ng line, meron siyang perpendicular distance. So, meaning, counted si 316 of x. Next is yung 316 of y. Project tayo ng line. Meron siyang perpendicular distance. So, makikita din natin si 316 of y. Another one would be ito. Si P of y. Dahil tumatama siya dito sa may A, lumalabas, wala siyang perpendicular distance. So, mean to say, mawawala ngayon si P of y. Yan. So, mawawala sa eksena si P of y. Yan. Then, check natin kung lalabas si P of x. So, ito si P of x. Project tayo ng line. Ito yung perpendicular distance. So, basically, magpapakita si P of x. Yan. So, tingnan natin si T of x at si T of y. T of x, extend tayo ng line. Since meron siyang perpendicular distance, magpapakita si T of x. So, last one is si T of y. So, ito si T of y. Project tayo ng line. Meron siyang perpendicular distance. Magpapakita pa rin si T of y. So, ayan. So, ito yung makikita natin. Supposedly, tayo magkikreate na moment summation dito sa may A. So, last one is moment summation at B. So, linisin muna natin yung figure. So, ayos natin yung figure. Lilinisin lang natin. P of y, P of x. Ayan. So, with moment summation at B naman tayo. Moment summation at B. So, ito siya. So, kung titingnan natin, ano ba makikita natin dito? So, sa moment summation at B, lumalabas, makikita natin na yung P na na-breakdown natin in terms of P of x at P of y, tumatama siya dito sa may B. So, kung yung isa ay walang perpendicular distance at eventually mawawala, ganun din dito sa may case ng P of x as well as P of y. Dahil walang perpendicular distance yung P at eventually mawawala siya, ganun din ang mangyayari dito sa P of X as well as P of Y. So, technically, ang P of X o P of Y natin, mawawala at mawawala siya kasi nawawala si P. So, ang mangyari niya, tanggalin na natin. So, mawawala si P of X as well as si P of Y. So, similar din yung case nitong T of X at T of Y. So, pag pinag-isa natin T of X sa T of Y, magiging P siya. So, pag naging P siya, lumalabas na yung single force niya tumatama din dito sa may B. So, again, since sumama siya dito, wala siyang perpendicular distance. So, kung mawawala si T, eventually, ganun din ang mangyayari doon sa dalawang components niya na T of X at T of Y. So, kung ano man yung meron doon sa may resultant, yun at yun din ang mangyayari doon sa kanyang component. So, sabi nga sa resultant, single force that may represent two or more forces. So, kung mawawala yung resultant, eventually, mawawala din yung kanyang components. So, in this case, mangyari, mawawala si T of Y, mawawala din si T of X. Yan. So, in this case, mawawala si T of X, mawawala din si T of Y. So, kung babasahin natin yung current configuration, magpapakita ba si 316 of X as well as si 316 of Y. So, check natin. So, unahin muna natin 316 of X. So, ito yung 316 of X, projectile line. Meron siyang perpendicular distance. So, meaning, magpapakita si 316 of X. So, 316 of Y ba magpapakita? So, ito yung line. Projectile ng corresponding line dito across the B. Meron siyang perpendicular distance. So, in this case, masasabi natin na magpapakita rin si 316 of Y. Then, last one. Nabura ko yung resultant pero dapat magre-reflect siya. So, resultant natin is basically either papunta doon sa A going to the right or papunta sa A going to sa left. Yan. So, in this case, lumalabas naman na since yung resultant natin is nasa A, projectile ng line dito, meron siyang perpendicular distance, magpapakita pa rin yung resultant natin. So, yan. So, in this case, out of all the 5 possible locations kung saan pwede tayo mag-generate ng moment summation, it is advisable na tayo ay mag-moment summation dito sa may location at B. So, mag-moment summation tayo dito sa may B. Yan. Ito unahin natin. Tapos, check natin kung ano mangyari kung tayo man ay mag-check do sa other remaining locations. So, yan. So, ayos lang natin yung corresponding configuration natin para maayos tingnan. So, lumalabas. Complete natin figure. So, again, ito yung P of Y. Ito yung P of X. Ito yung T of X. Ito yung T of Y. So, ayan. So, ang gagawin natin dito is mag-create tayo ng moment summation muna dito sa may B. So, tingnan natin kung ano mangyari. So, with moment summation at B, all forces go in the clockwise direction considered to be positive. So, dapat na magpakita 316 of X, 316 of Y, as well as yung resultant. So, tingnan natin. So, with moment summation at B, yan. So, with moment summation at B, consider muna natin yung 316 of X. Yan. So, with moment summation at B, since yung direction ng 316 of X is along doon sa direction ng turning motion, lumalabas positive. So, positive 316 of X. Then, perpendicular distance niya, magmula sa may B, ito, hanggang dito, lumalabas siya 1, 2. So 316 of x multiplied by 2. Then, check natin. So, okay tayo sa 316. Okay tayo sa 316 of x. Sunod na natin 316 of y. So, 316 of y. Since yung direction ng turning motion natin is along do sa direction ng 316 of y, lumalabas positive din siya. So, positive 316 of y. So, ang tanong is, gaano kalayo? So, magmula sa B, ito siya. So, you have 1. Ayan. So, lumalabas na, kung titignan natin, positive siya. So, pag in-add natin yan, ang maging corresponding sign convention natin dito sa may kabilang side should also be positive. So, positive moment ng resultant magmula sa may B. Yan. So, simplify na natin to. Simplify natin yan. So, lumalabas, you have positive 316 of x. Pag sinabi natin x, cosine ng theta of x multiplied by 2. Plus, pag sinabi naman natin 316 of y, have sine. 316 of y sine theta of x multiplied by 1. Yan. So, kung titingnan natin, lumalabas na pwede natin kuhanin yung value ng resultant. Papaano? So, base dito, yung moment na resultant magmula sa location at B is basically resultant value na positive. Then, gaano ba kalayo yung resultant magmula dito sa may B? So, tingnan natin. So, resultant, ito siya. Diba? So, ito yung resultant natin. So, magmula dito hanggang dito, ang value natin is you have 1. So, 1 siya. 1. So, resultant multiplied by 1, positive resultant, is equivalent to 316. Pag sinabi natin cosine ng angle, ang equivalent value ng cosine ng angle is also adjacent all over hypotenuse from the formula SOHCAHTOA. So, kung titignan natin, lumalabas na ang triangle dimensions na consider natin is you have 1, 3, as well as square root of 10. Yan. So, ang opposite side, ang adjacent side natin dito is you have 1. Then, hypotenuse side natin is square root of 10. So, you have here 1 all over square root of 10 multiplied by 2. Plus, you have 316. Pag sinabi naman natin sine ng angle, you have SO. Opposite all over hypotenuse. So, pag tinignan natin yung side na to, lumalabas ang opposite side natin is you have 3. 3 ang opposite side. Then, hypotenuse side natin is square root of 10. Ang multiplier natin is you have 1. Yan. So, pag simplify natin yung equation natin, it follows na yung value na result natin is equivalent to positive 499.6398 pounds. So, ibig sabihin, merong bearing yung ibig sabihin ng positive sign convention na to. So, meron siyang kinalaman dito. Yan. So, pagka positive yan, ayusin lang natin. Burahin natin yung ibang lines para medyo ma-decompress o medyo luminaw yung figure natin. Yan. So, again, merong kinalaman yung positive sign convention. So, kung tayo man ay magro-rotate sa B, kinakailangan positive. So, ang positive dito is actually ito. Yung resultant natin ay papunta doon sa A, going to the right. At hindi yung resultant natin is going to A, going to the left. Kasi pagka yung R natin is going to the left, papunta doon sa direction ng turning motion, magsasalubong. So, ang sign convention niya is negative. So, in this case, lumalabas, na-justify na natin na yung tinutukoy natin yung resultant is actually going to the right. Ayan. So, sulat na lang natin na yung resultant value natin, which is R, is equivalent to 499.6398 pounds. Tapos, ang direction niya is going to the right. Ayan. So, meron na tayong solution para dito sa particular problem statement natin. So, nasolve na natin yung value ng resultant. So, next step natin dito is for us to be able to solve for the value of P as well as T respectively. Ayan. So, ulitin lang natin yung figure. So, kailangan natin ng drawing. So, re-draw lang natin siya. Ayan. So, ayos lang natin uli yung figure. So, again, ito is 316 of Y. Ito is 316 of X. P of Y, P of X, T of X, T of Y. And then, nakita na natin na result natin is going through point A, going to the right. So, lagay lang natin yung triangle dimension. So, lumalabas na yung triangle dimension natin dito. So, triangle dimensions natin dito is you have 1 as the adjacent side. Opposite side naman natin is 3. 3 square is 9. 1 square is 1. So, 9 plus 1, you have square root of 10 as the hypotenuse side. So, ito naman side na to, lumalabas. Tingnan natin. Buhay lang natin. So, kailangan malinaw para hindi tayo nalilito doon sa pag-assign at pag-affix ng mga corresponding dimensions ng triangle. So, 1 as the adjacent side, then you have 2 as the opposite side. 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 4 plus 1, you have square root of 5 as the hypotenuse side. So, last one, itong triangle natin dito. So, adjacent side, you have 1, 2, 3. So, you have here 3 as the adjacent side. Opposite side naman, you have 1, 2. So, 2. 2 square is 4. 3 square is 9. 9 plus 4, you have square root of 13. So, square root of 13 naman. Ayan. As the Ayan. So, ang goal natin dito is for us to be able to find the values of P as well as T respectively. So, after natin mag-moment summation at B, ang choice naman natin is either moment summation at C or moment summation at T. Pag nag-moment summation tayo at C, malabas, makukuha natin yung P of Y. Pagka na-breakdown natin yung P of Y, eventually makukuha natin yung P. Ngayon, kung tayo naman ay magtitake ng moment summation at D, makukuha naman natin yung T of Y. Ngayon, pag na-breakdown naman natin accordingly or properly yung T of Y in terms of T, makukuha na natin yung value ng T. So, ang gawin natin is mag-start tayo moment summation dito sa may B. So, sa may C. So, with moment summation at C, all forces go in the clockwise direction considered to be positive. So, lumalabas, ganito. With moment summation at C, again, mawawala yung T of X, mawawala yung T of Y kasi nandun sila mismo. Hindi na natin gagamitin itong triangle dimension na to. So, para lumuwag, buburahin ko na. And then, another one, lumalabas dahil yung P of X natin na nandito, dahil yung P of X natin is nasa line nitong CD, mawawala siya. Yan. So, ang matitira na lamang dito is yung P of Y. Yan. So, tingnan natin kung ano mapoproduce natin. So, lalabas. Nahin mo natin 316 of X. So, with moment summation at C, since yung 316 of X natin is along doon sa direction ng turning motion, ang sign convention niya is positive. Then, meron perpendicular descents. Magmula dito hanggang dito, ang boxes natin 1, 2, 3, and then you have 4. So, 4 as the perpendicular descents. So, kung titignan naman natin, ito yung 316 of Y. So, 316 of Y. So, since siya is sumalubong doon sa direction ng turning motion, ang sign convention niya is negative. So, negative 316 of Y. Then, perpendicular descents, tingnan natin. Ito siya. Ito siya, di ba? So, perpendicular distance, you have 1, you have 2. So, 2 as the perpendicular distance. So, last one dito is yung value ng P of Y. So, P of Y, ikot tayo. P of Y, ikot. Since itong direction ng turning motion natin is along doon sa direction ng P of Y. So, you have positive P of Y. So, positive P of Y. So, gaano ba kalayo? So, extend tayo ng line. So, you have 1, you have 2, you have 3, you have 4. So, 4 yung perpendicular distance niya. So, is equivalent to, sa side na to, meron tayong makikita moment ng resultant. So, moment ng resultant, magmula do sa may C. Yan. So again, pag tinignan natin, ano ba yung sign convention ng resultant? So since yung resultant natin is along do sa direction ng turning motion, ang sign convention ng resultant natin is positive. Then perpendicular distance magmula sa may C. So extend tayo ng line. Project kayo ng line dito across the body. So, lumalabas, you have 1, you have 2, you have 3. So, 3 daw ang perpendicular distance na resultant magmula sa may C. So, breakdown na natin. So, pag sinabi natin 316 of X, you have positive 316 cosine ng theta of X multiplied by 4. So, pag sinabi naman natin 316 of Y, you have 316 sine ng theta of X multiplied by 2. Last one, you have P sine ng theta of X multiplied by 4. Ayan. So, tingnan natin. Ang resultant natin is you have 499.6398. So, positive 499.6398 multiplied by 3 is equivalent to, you have positive 316. So, tingnan natin, cosine ng theta of X. Cosine theta of X, so lumalabas na yung triangle dimensions natin is ito. So, you have 1 as the adjacent side, 3 as the opposite side, and 1 as the adjacent side, 3 as the opposite side, and then the hypotenuse side is you have square root and 10. So, cosine ng angle, you have SOHCA. So, meaning, cosine angle is equivalent to the ratio between adjacent side. Adjacent side natin is you have 1. Tapos, hypotenuse side natin is you have square root of 10. Then multiply by 4. Minus 316. Sine ng angle. Sine ng angle is so. So, opposite all over hypotenuse. So, opposite side natin is you have 3. Hypotenuse side natin is you have square root of 10. Multiply by 2. Plus, you have P. So, pag sinabi nating sine ng angle, you have so. Opposite side all over hypotenuse side. So, lumalabas dito, ang opposite side natin is you have 2. Hypotenuse side naman natin is you have square root of 5. So, ang sine angle is opposite side, you have 2 all over square root ng 5 multiplied by 4. Yan. So, since ang objective natin dito is for us to be able to solve for the value of P, ang gagawin natin dito is itong parts o portion nito, saka ito, itatranspose natin dito sa may kabilang side. So, lumalabas positive 499.6398 multiplied by 3 less 3161 multiplied by 4 all over square root of 10. So, ito siya. Then, plus you have 3163 multiplied by 2 all over square root of 10 is equivalent to, you have P multiplied by 2 multiplied by 4 all over square root of 5. Yan. So, mangyari niyan is pag sinimplify natin yung corresponding solution natin, ang P natin therefore is equivalent to 474.822 pounds. Yan. So, nakakadalawa na tayo. So, value ng P as well as value ng R. So, next step natin dito is for us to be able to solve for the value of T. T naman tayo. So, include lang tayo ng figure. So, ito yung figure. So, ang gawin natin dito is i-ayos natin yung figure. So, ito pa rin is si P of Y. Ito pa rin si P of X. Ito pa rin si T of Y. Ito pa rin si T of X. 316 of Y. 316 of X. So, next step natin dito is lagay na natin yung mga corresponding right triangles kasi wala naman tayong angle dito. So, 1 as the adjacent side, you have 2 as the opposite side. 2 square is 4, 1 square is 1, 4 plus 1, you have square root of 5. So, ito naman, you have 1, 2, 3. 3 as the adjacent side, 1, then 2. 2 as the opposite side. 3 square is 9, 2 square is 4. 9 plus 4, you have square root of 13. Then, last one is ito. So, you have here 1 as the adjacent side. 1, 2, 3. 3 as the opposite side. 1 square is 1. 3 square is 9. 9 plus 1, you have square root of 10. Yan. So, gaya nga sabi ko kanina, natapos na tayo dito sa may C. So, next step natin is for us to be able to create the necessary moment summation at D. So, with moment summation at D, tingnan natin, ano ba yung wala. So, again, with moment summation at D, lumalabas na yung corresponding forces natin, which is P of X as well as P of Y. And then T of X mo, wala yan. So, burahin na natin. Ayan. So, ito na lang matitira dyan. So, burahin na natin triangle dimension para hindi magulo yung tingnan yung figure. Ayan. So, with moment summation at D, tingnan natin So, with moment summation at D, ito siya. So, ang sign convention ng 316 of x is positive. So, positive 316 of x. The moment is described as force multiplied by perpendicular distance. So, you have here 1, 2, 3, as well as 4. So, 4 as the perpendicular distance. So, another one is yung 316 of y. So, since yung 316 of y natin is along do sa direction ng turning motion, positive pa rin yung 316 of y natin. So, positive 316 of y. So, ang tanong ngayon is gaano kahalayo yung kanyang perpendicular distance. So, ito siya. So, you have 1, you have 2. Perpendicular distance natin is you have 2. So, last one is yung t of y. So, t of y is along sa direction ng turning motion. So, lumalabas ngayon plus t of y. So, ang tanong is gaano kalayo. So, ito siya. Projectile line. 1, 2, 3, tapos 4. So, 4 as the perpendicular distance. And then, kung papasin natin, meron pa tayong resultant. So, resultant natin, nabura ko. Balik natin. So, ito yung R natin. So, yung side natin dito, ang tawag natin dito is yung tinutukoy nating components ng resultant. So, kung yung components natin has this ability to actually rotate, so meaning, ganun din yung resultant natin. Yung resultant also has this ability to rotate about a given axis. So, in this case, ang axis natin dito is you have D. So, moment ng resultant magmula do sa D. Yan. So, titingnan natin ngayon. Tingnan natin. So, pag umikot ngayon, yung turning motion natin respect sa D, since yung direction ng turning motion natin is along do sa direction ng resultant, so, positive yung resultant natin. So, ilan ba yung resultant natin? Ang resultant natin is you have 499.6398. So, positive. So, you have here positive 499.6398. Ngayon, ang tanong is, gaano ba kalayo yung resultant magmula doon sa may D? So, tingnan natin. Ito siya. Projectile line. Ito yung perpendicular distance. So, you have 1, you have 2, you have 3. So, 3 daw yung perpendicular distance. Is equivalent to, ang ibig sabihin ng 316 of x is you have 316 cosine ng theta of x multiply by 4. Pag sinabi naman natin 316 of y, you have 316 sine ng theta of x multiply by 2. Then plus, you have t of y. T of y is you have t sine ng theta of x multiply by 4. So again, tingnan natin, since wala tayong given angle, babasahin natin o i-resolve natin yung mga corresponding angles natin in terms of yung triangle dimension. So, cosine ng theta of x, kung titignan natin, ang triangle dimension is you have 1 as the adjacent side, 3 as the opposite side, square root of 10 as the hypotenuse side. So, pag sinabi natin cosine, adjacent side all over hypotenuse side. So, lumalabas plus, you have 316, adjacent side natin, you have 1 all over square root of 10 multiply by 4 plus 316. Pag sinaba naman nating sine angle, you have, so, opposite side natin, you have 3 multiply by 2 all over square root of 10. So, last one, you have t. So, sine ng angle, magmula naman dito sa may t, ang triangle dimension natin dito is you have 2 as the opposite side, 3 as the adjacent side, then you have square root of 13 as the hypotenuse side. So opposite, we have t 2 multiplied by 4 all over square root of 13. Yan. So, lumalabas ngayon, you have what? Positive 499.6398 multiplied by 3 minus 316. 1 square root of 4 all over square root of 10 plus you have plus minus pala minus, so minus 316 3 multiplied by 2 square root of 10 is equivalent to t multiplied by 2 multiplied by 4 all over square root of 13. So, pag sinimplify natin yung equation na to, yung value ng t natin is equivalent to, you have 225.1845 pounds. Yan. So, nakuha na natin yung dalawang unknowns. Yan. Now, kung titingnan natin, so far, napag-moment summation na rin tayo at D. So, meaning, meron pa tayong dalawang locations na hindi pa nagagamit. So, dalawang locations na yon is either moment summation dito sa may A and then moment summation at E. So, ang gagawin na lang natin dito dun sa dalawang natirang locations is gamitin natin sila for checking purposes. So, tingnan natin. Okay nga gagawin natin, no? So, insert tayo ng drawing ulit. So, kailangan natin figure. Ayan. So, kumpletuhin uli natin yung figure. So, ayos lang natin. So, ito yung 316 of y, 316 of x, p of y, p of x, t of x, t of y. So, yung mga triangle dimensions naman, ito, you have 1, you have 2 as the opposite side. So, 2 square is 4, 1 square is 1, 4 plus 1, square root of 5. So, adjacent side natin, you have 1, 2, 3. So, 3 as the adjacent side, 1, 2 as the opposite side. 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9. 9 plus 4, you have square root of 13. So, last one, you have 1, 2, 3. So, 3 as the opposite side, then you have 1 as the adjacent side. 3 square is 9, 1 square is 1, 9 plus 1, you have square root of 10. Ayan. So, ang gagawin natin dito is mag-create tayo ng moment summation naman sa may E. So, with moment summation at E, all forces go in the clockwise direction considered to be positive. So, again, kung titingnan natin, ano ba meron dito? So, sa may E, meron 316 of x as well as 316 of y. So, again, technically, mawawala sila because of zero perpendicular descents. So, burahin na natin. Yan. So, since nawala yung mga values natin sa 316 pounds, di na natin kailangan triangle dimensions dito na 3, 1, as well as square root of 10. Yan. So, para lumuwag-luwag yung figure natin. So, with moment summation at E. So, tingnan natin. With moment summation at E, Again, merong resultant dito. Ang resultant natin is going towards the direction of A, going to the right. Yan. So, tingnan natin, lumalabas. Unahin muna natin yung P of X. Yan. So, P of X natin is labeled as negative. Ngayon, kung titignan natin yung perpendicular distance, you have here 1, you have 2, you have 3, you have 4. So, 4 as the perpendicular distance. So, direction natin siya. Yung T of X, dahil sumulubong uli, ang sign convention ng T of X is also negative. Tapos, ang perpendicular distance niya is also the same 1. You have here 1, 2, 3, tapos you have 4. So, 4 as the perpendicular distance. So, meron pa tayong P of Y. So, P of Y natin. So, since ang P of Y natin is along sa direction ng turning motion, ang P of Y natin is actually positive. Tapos, ilan yung perpendicular distance? So, I have here 1, then you have 2. So, perpendicular distance natin is 2. So, last one is T of Y. So, T of Y, ito siya. So, since yung direction turning motion natin, with respect do sa direction T of Y is along, so, sign convention niya is also positive. Positive T of Y. Ngayon, kung titignan natin yung perpendicular distance, you have 1, you have 2. So, 2 as the perpendicular distance. So, last one is yung resultant. So, moment ng resultant natin na pinroject natin magmula doon sa may E. So, titignan natin, dahil umikot tayo sa E, dahil umikot tayo sa may E at sumalubong yung direction ng turning motion respect doon sa may arrowhead ng resultant, ang sign convention natin is actually negative. Yan. So, simplify natin yung equation natin, lumalabas, moment na resultant. So, resultant value natin is you have 499.6398. So, negative 499.6398. Then, gaano ba kalayo yung perpendicular distance ng E magmula doon sa location ng R? So, basically, ito siya. So, perpendicular distance natin is ito lamang siya, 1 box. So, you have here 1 is equivalent to, pag sinabi natin P of X, you have negative P cosine ng theta of X multiplied by 4. Minus T cosine ng theta of X multiplied by 4. And then plus you have P sine ng theta of X multiplied by 2. And then plus T sine ng theta of X multiplied by 2. Yan. So, iayos na natin yung equation natin. So, you have negative 499.6398 multiplied by 1 is equivalent to negative P. So, P natin is 474.822. So, negative 474.822. So, cosine ng angle theta of X. So, ang triangle dimensions natin para sa may T, ito siya. Yan. So, sa nakikita natin, pag sinabi natin cosine ng angle, which is ito, equivalent value niya is adjacent side all over hypotenuse side. Adjacent side natin, ang choices between 1 and 2. Adjacent side natin is 1. Then, perpendicular distance is you have 4 all over square root of 5. Yan. Minus T. Ang T value natin, 225.1845. Then, pag sinabi natin cosine ng theta of X, yan, equivalent value niya is adjacent side all over hypotenuse side. So, adjacent side natin is, ito yung triangle dimension, no? Triangle dimensions natin para sa T is adjacent side natin is you have 3. So, 3 as the adjacent side. Then, don't forget yung perpendicular distance, which is 4. All over hypotenuse side, you have square root of 13. Yan. So, okay na tayo dito. So, next one is yung P. So, P value. So, P value is, you have positive P. Positive P is you have 474.822. 474.822. Then, kung titignan natin, pag sinabi nating sign ng angle, theta of x, equivalent value niya is opposite all over hypotenuse. So, tingin tayo dito sa may side ng P. Ang opposite side is you have 2. Then, ang multiplier natin is also 2. Then, perpendicular distance natin is you have square root of 5. And then, plus you have T value. Ang T value natin is you have 225.1845. 225.1845. So, pag sinabi nating sign ng angle, you have opposite all over hypotenuse. So, tingin tayo dito. So, opposite side natin, hindi 3, rather 2. So, 2. Then, perpendicular distance is you have 2. So, hypotenuse side naman niya is you have square root of 13. Yan. So, ang mangyari niyan, pag simplify natin yung equation, lumalabas, you have negative 499.6398 is almost equivalent to negative 499.6395. So, konting-konti lang discrepancy. So, check. Ayan. So, natapos na natin yung moment summation dito sa may E. So, next step natin dito, para makumpleto lang natin yung solution natin, would be to try to take moment summation naman dito sa may A. Ayan. So, ulitin natin yung figure. Ayan. So, ulitin natin yung figure. Ayos natin. So, pakita natin breakdown. 316 of y, 316 of x, p of y, p of x, t of x, t of y. Next step is pakita natin yung mga triangle dimensions. So, 1 as the adjacent side, 2 as the opposite side. So, 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 4 plus 1, you have square root of 5 as the hypotenuse side. So, in this case naman, ang triangle dimensions natin, you have 1, 2, 3, 3 as the adjacent side, 1 and then 2, 2 as the opposite side. So, 3 square is 9, 2 square is 4, 9 plus 4, you have square root of 13. So, last one is ito. So, 1 as the adjacent side, 1, 2, 3. So, 3 as the opposite side. So, 1 square is 1, 3 square is 9, 9 plus 1, you have square root of 10. So, ayan. So, again, lumalabas nga na yung pinaka-last location natin para matapos lang natin yung ating moment summation o yung problem statement natin is moment summation at A. So, ano ba meron sa A? Ayan. So, kung titignan natin yung corresponding configuration natin, with moment summation at A, all forces go in the clockwise direction considered to be positive. So, meron mawawala. Ano mawawala? So, ang mawawala dyan is basically ito. Yung R as well as yung P of Y. So, tanggalin na natin sila. Ayan. So, with moment summation at A, lumalabas, you have here what? Positive yung 316 of x. Then, ang perpendicular distance niya is basically ito. You have 1. Then, so, since yung 316 of y natin is along doon sa direction ng turning motion, positive, of y, then, gano'ng kalayo? So, ito siya. Yan. Perpendicular distance, you have 1, you have 2. So, multiply by 2. Yan. So, next natin dito is yung P of x. So, since yung P of x natin is opposite the direction of the turning motion, ang sign convention ng P of x natin is negative. So, in terms of yung perpendicular distance naman, so, you have 1, you have 2, you have 3. So, 3 as the perpendicular distance. So, ganun din dito sa may P of x. P of x natin is also negative. So, T of x is also negative. Then, perpendicular distance is also 3. So, you have here, ito siya. And, so, ito yung perpendicular distance. You have 1, 2, then you have 3. So, 3 as the perpendicular distance. Ayan. So, last one natin dito is yung ty. So, ty naman natin is basically ito. So, since yung ty natin is along do sa direction ng turning motion, so, you have positive ty multiply by, so, ito siya. Ayan. So, you have 1, you have 2, you have 3, you have 4. So, 4 as the perpendicular distance. So, ayan. Tapos, lumalabas, you have the so-called moment ng resultant magmula sa location at A. Ayan. So, again, lumalabas ang resultant value natin. You have 499.6398. 499.6398. Ngayon, since yung result natin is mismo nandito sa location at A, ang perpendicular distance niya is 0. So, no need para i-label natin yung resultant kung siya ba is positive or negative kasi technically, itong side na to is equivalent to 0. So, ang goal na lang natin dito is kinakailangan pakita natin na itong right side niya is almost equivalent to 0. So, tingnan natin. So, you have here 316 dahil ito is x cosine theta of x multiplied by 1. 316 of y dahil ito is y sine ng theta of x minus you have p cosine ng theta of x multiplied by 3 minus you have t cosine ng theta of x multiplied by 3. Then, plus you have t. Then, since ito is y, sine ng theta of x multiplied by 4. So, 0 is almost equivalent to, tingnan natin. So, you have 316. Pag sinabi natin cosine, adjacent side all over hypotenuse side. So, adjacent side is you have 1. Ang perpendicular distance is 1. Hypotenuse side is square root of 10. Plus 316. So, sine angle is opposite side. Opposite side niya is you have 3. So, perpendicular distance niya is you have 2. All over square root of 10. Yan. Minus p-value. Ilan ba yung p-value natin? P-value natin is you have 474.822. minus 474.822. So, pag sinabi natin cosine ng angle, adjacent side all over hypotenuse side. So, on the side of P. So, ito siya. So, ito yung triangle dimension. So, adjacent side is you have 1. Perpendicular distance is 3. All over hypotenuse side niya is square root of 5. Yan. Minus t value. Ang t value natin, you have 225.1845. 225.1845. Then, cosine theta of x is you have adjacent side all over hypotenuse side. So, tingin dito, adjacent side natin is you have 3 all over square root of 13. So, 3 multiply by 3 all over square root of 13. Plus, you have t value ulit. You have 225.1845. Then, sine angle. So, triangle dimensions natin is you have 2, 3, as well as square root of 13. So, opposite side natin is 2 multiplied by 4 all over square root of 13. So, sisimplify na natin siya. So, pipindutin ko lamang sa calcu. Tingnan natin kung ano lalabas na value sa kanya. So, pipindutin lang natin sa calcu sandali. So, hopefully, ang lumabas is almost equivalent to 0. So, 316 multiplied by 1 divided by square root of 10. Plus, you have 316 multiplied by 6 divided by square root of 10 once again. Minus 474.822 multiplied by 3 divided by square root of 5. Minus 225.1845 multiplied by 9 divided by square root of 13. Plus, you have 225.1845 multiplied by 8 divided by square root of 13. So, lumalabas na value dito, base dito sa calcu na hindi nakikita. Pero gagaranti ko na ito nga lumalabas is you have 3.1373 times 10 raised to negative 4. Or you have 0 is almost equivalent to 0.00031,373. So, yun, na-prove natin. So, ito yung solution natin for this particular configuration. So, ang nangyari is for us to be able to solve for the value of P and then T respectively, there's a need para kuhanin muna natin yung isa sa mga unknown, which is yung tinutukoy natin yung resultant. So, yung resultant natin is going to point A, going to the right. So, ang magnitude niya is you have 499.6398. Whereas, yung isa sa dalawang unknown na mismo pinapahanap, yung value ng P, ang P natin is at a value of 474.822 pounds. Then, last one is yung isa pang other unknown, which is yung T. So, yung T naman natin is you have 225.1845 pounds. So, yan. So, this concludes my presentation in solving this particular problem. So, ayan. So, hopefully, naintindihan nyo.